Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Service Binding Operator Community Call, May 19, 2022. So as per the agenda today, we have an announcement and the Service Binding Operator Helm chart has been published and the links for which you can find there in the doc. It has been added to Artifact Hub and as well as the Helm repo for it is there. So you can find the documentation for it and the steps which have to be followed for getting started with it. And it would be a wait for us to reach out to the native Kubernetes users who do not have access to Operator Hub and install the operator and use it. So please do that and provide us a feedback on it. Apart from that, yeah, there was a GitHub issue which was linked to this task. So it has been closed, 746. And right. So any other topics anyone would like to add? Or any questions on this?
I think we can go through the issues and
Okay. If not, then we'll directly, yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. As for the issues, right?
let's start the latest issues. Any new issues?
Like I don't see any new issues getting opened up, but there is one which says for user documentation does not describe the usage of workload resource mapping.
I think that is being worked
That is
on.
being right. Yeah, it is currently getting worked on. Right. This one is fine. Apart from that,
Next one.
RabbitMQ service binding operator is there one. Anyone have any idea? This one was opened up on 5 March. Yeah, it's an old issue, right?
Yeah. What do we need to do for
Right.
this one, or what's next for this?
Yeah, by the way, commented out for that for Diamond provider can be provided for overridden for service binding resource, right? So we haven't reached out back with any other comments on that.
1 second. What 20 Yeah, that was a question from him regarding
Right.
Diamond
Yeah,
provider.
whether we can override that values there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is possible, but I don't see what is the original ask question. Can you go up?
Right.
Is there an issue?
This is related to the RabbitMQ stuff, and there was okay.
Expected
The expected
behavior.
behavior is that the type matches the protocol that the client can be used to connect for for whichever they are referring. Okay.
Oh, okay. Instead of using that RabbitMQ, they want to use
Different protocol for
AMQP
it, whichever
or
is there, right?
Kafka. Okay.
AMQP, Kafka, or whatever which they have for the particular client.
Yeah, I think then our current solution is fine, right? They can override that type through
Right,
the
right.
resource.
Could someone follow up with Michael just to make sure that we're clear in terms of what he's asking for, and maybe help him with any other further questions?
Yeah, my thought is like we can give some sensible value, and in case if somebody want to override it, they can override it through this mechanism. So I think we are good here, unless anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Could we follow up with Michael just to make sure that we can close off on this?
Yeah, I'll just add. We can add one more comment and then we can close it. It's not a workaround, that's a solution. That's the solution provided by. Yeah, or other choice for us is to not to give any value at all. That means that's going to make
That it
everyone's.
would be taking everything, right? If we do not
Yeah,
specify the key which has to be mapped for it.
yeah.
Yeah. But then
And
he'll have
I
to
can
figure
see
out
this may come up again and again because see, people, for example, MySQL, it could be
right.
MariaDB or RDS or anything could be the value for type. Depends on how the application is looking for.
Until and the
Yeah.
particular connection string is there, it is good to be
Yeah,
granted.
so in my opinion, we could just give a best possible value like MySQL, and if somebody use MariaDB or RTS or whatever, they could change it.
I mean, as in using it as a default, right? Yeah, for
Yeah.
that
So
particular case.
we could always keep a sensible default, and if somebody want to over it, let them.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, what he replies, and then we can close this, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one, yeah, this was opened by me. I think this is good to be closed, I believe, because we expect the user to install it in a particular namespace, and that is the behavior we want, right? So I think this can be closed if everyone agrees to that.
I mean, it is possible now, or
We do have like a solution for it. We need to set up the correct role base and role base access
but is
control
that need to be
events.
documented somewhere?
It is there documented as a known issue in 1.01, and like it is told as to how to achieve this particular feature. And right, we just need to get the viewer role to be having a cluster role defined for it, and then they should be able to wind their application.
So there is a documentation now, right?
Right. It is. Yeah, there is a documentation now. It was
Yeah,
there.
just link to that and close it. I think it's enough.
Right.
So, but then it's not in the official document. This is just in a release
Oh,
note.
this is in the release notes. Okay.
Right. Right. It is then the release not correct. Yeah. It is known as a known issue. Someplace I saw that, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's. Okay, so is it a good idea to move this into our documentation itself and then close this later? Probably you can mention this in the release notes link here,
Yeah. I
and
will
then
update that.
we
Right.
can consider adding this into the documentation itself.
Right. Yeah. This one I'll take an action on.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and
Binding. Yeah.
Do we have
Susan?
a tag for documentation? Kind
Not aware of that.
documentation?
Yes.
Mhm.
So it'd be good
Okay.
to use to label that, right? Because this is no longer a bug. This is a documentation update. It sounds like.
yeah, let's change the label. No, I don't think that you can do that way. You need to change it manually, right side.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Second
Okay.
one.
Right.
Yeah, and remove the other
Can
one.
we remove it?
Yeah. No, you need to. No. Select. Go back again. Not like this. From that same drop
Right.
down, you can uncheck.
Okay. We can uncheck that one.
Yeah. No. There is a. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. It should get reflected.
Okay. For now, mention that release notes, and then.
Yeah. I'll add that. Yeah. This one binding to an Office solution database instance that was opened up on 10th of January, and
Yeah. This we discussed
like
and.
okay, he's asking for an update on that, and it has been removed by Powell and from the milestone, right? Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, it was commented by David.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have a story for that?
We haven't started on it yet, I believe, right?
There's no story for that.
Right. We do not
so-
have a story for it yet. Yeah.
So can you?
You want this link?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll place it in the chat. I'll select it later.
Thank you.
1 second. Yeah, we'll create a story for that and prioritize it.
I think we should. Yeah.
Again, I have some general comment about this. See, this kind of issues are coming up because we are providing this on out of the box support, right? But if people are giving choice, they can this annotation or anything if it's done external to system, they don't need to raise this issue here. They could simply modify that location wherever it is.
Mhm.
So having more support into our out of the box support is actually increasing our scope for addressing this kind of issue. This issue, even the other previous one regarding the type and label. Sorry.
Right. Mhm.
So
Provide that.
yeah, we have very few out of the box support, but I'm the core. I think believe that this could have been easily addressed if it was not part of our out of the box support. Any comment?
But okay, so but we need to support this, right? But we need to support the optional field. I remember discussing.
Right.
So
Yeah, we need to support that one. That's true. But if, in case if it was not, this will not become a blocker for somebody else, right? Because they could easily change that and move on. You know.
Well, no, because the optional, if you don't have this optional um, flag, then the meaning of the mapping being there or not changes, right? So this is
Yeah,
this is
but
giving some different meaning to the mapping. Like
yeah,
in some
that
cases it
that
might
no,
be
no,
there, some cases might be
yeah,
empty.
yeah. This issue I agree, but not
Oh, this
see
one I
if
agree. Okay, okay, good.
yeah, but my point is that if this out of the box support was not there, they could change their annotation in whatever format, and that way they can still get this. See, for example, they just don't. They could. I think my original understanding is that they just don't want that password at all. But we have the password, right? For the Redis, they just need that Redis don't need any password. So they could simply create an annotation without a password field, and that was going to work for them. I think it was audio people report to this issue, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this
This
is
one.
Is this
This
from?
one,
Redis
I think so. Yeah, this one
No,
Redis.
no, that who is that? I think they're Red Hat
fellow.
people.
Which one? Floy,
It's
right?
audio.
Yeah.
It's
Ripple.
from
Audio.
audio, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But they moved on. I think they changed to some different application. No, not using Redis anymore because of our hard-coded. I mean, not hard-coded. I mean, out of the box
Yeah. But
Yeah.
support.
but does it make sense what I'm saying in the comment? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
we
that's
need this
correct.
feature. We need this
Yeah,
feature, right?
we need
So
that
Yeah.
fixer. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna add a story for this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna add a story for this. Okay.
Okay, please continue.
Yeah. Sure. Ways to bind SSO key cloak. This was opened up quite a long time ago.
But there is open
This was
somebody
good.
working on that.
Yeah, I think this is the last comment from that, right? Here they created a PR for it. Why? And okay, yeah, that's currently this PR is working in progress, right? I mean, I do see that. Let's see. Let's check what. Yeah, yeah. This is an open PR. It's currently getting reviewed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know whether I'm not actively looking at that one. David, do you have had any take on that or anybody else?
Which
Just
one?
scroll down any comments there? No, right?
Oh,
Actually,
Yes.
this is
he
some.
came to
It's,
our
it's
call, right? He came to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, mention. Find. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
there is no
open up
comments,
again.
nothing.
No comments yet. Right. Okay, this is linked. Yeah, right. There are
I,
no comments yet.
I remember there was another PR that we worked on, right? Is that correct? I mean, I remember Pavel or somebody created another reorganizing that photo structure and all we discussed. Is that something different, that PR?
Which one? How
Uh,
can you comment on that?
this or is that something different? It was for the same thing, right? Pet
This is
clinic
for the
app.
Keycloak Pet Clinic app, at Keycloak sample for that. This is the one that
This
is
is the only PR that he sent, or he closed some other PR, or
Let's check that 1 second.
no, I don't know how do you find. Okay,
Add missing manifest and make targets from MySQL
that is
cluster
merged.
which was merged, and this one
Oh,
is
that was about the yeah. Key
14 days
clock.
ago, right? Manifest. This you're talking about. This is the only one which was opened up 14 days ago. It was merged 14 days ago. Sorry,
Merged.
1 month.
Okay. Sorry, maybe I got confused, I guess then.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think we can get
Yeah.
back to review that PR then.
Right. Right. 1 second. Okay. From here we lost you here on the Keycloak, right? Yeah.
Should
Binding with
we? Should
MongoDB.
we? Okay, I think this is enough, I guess. Or should you want to go more? Or
No, the question is, what's happening with the story though, or issue, I should say?
This is
Do we need somebody to,
currently in review state. I mean, it needs a
right?
review from
So who's
Baidu
going
and
to take a look at the review? Who's still outstanding?
yeah,
Baidu and they will need to look at that review once. I mean,
yeah, we need to.
right.
I remember some discussion around that, and my understanding was there was some, he modified the existing sample pet clinic app and I recommended to change that approach. Instead of changing that default pet clean, I asked him to create another sample application. That was my
Okay.
memory, and if
Oh.
that's
You have
so
commented that.
Is that what he did?
that we need to check on that one. I thought there was a PR, and I don't see that. No.
The changes which he has done is for like for like the changes the base image and okay. Rejected and this is not the should be stand. Yeah.
So there's no PR linked to this issue. He's not doing it, right? I think he was willing to do it last time we met with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So it's just a matter of hey, send the PR. This is good. Let's see it.
Yeah. It can.
Is a pet clinic hosted on our repo or hosted somewhere else?
It is posted somewhere there to maintain the changes for our, I mean the patches which we require, right? So that way we are having it
Yes.
in our repository. We don't have it as in the code base. We don't have. We just
So we have it in our repo. That's why we're getting the issue. Is that?
No,
Am I
no. I
understanding
mean,
that?
they want to make certain changes to what we already have, and so for that, he's raising a PR. The code base we don't have in our repository, so we do have the samples
we-
app and
We don't have the baseline, but we have
Right.
set of patches to apply on the one which is in upstream. So
So
technically,
if he's
so
gonna make
change-
changes, it'll be upstream then.
I think he wanted to make additional changes on top of our patch,
Oh, okay.
which would enable the key code. But
Okay. Right.
I took a look back then when it was created, and it actually didn't work as expected. And then I forgot about the issue actually.
Okay.
So.
Is anyone in this team familiar with Keycloak, how it works? I think we got a very preliminary presentation, right? Is that something that's gonna help us in the long run? So
I don't have idea, but I think Keycloak is one of the Red Hat's important application. I believe even we are using it in house. So
do you know, Steven? Do you have an idea if this is strategic? I mean, if this is something that has value? I just don't want to
No.
chase every single thing that people want to do. I mean,
No, but I think it is a good thing to look at. Keycloak is an important service.
okay.
Red Hat SSO is an important service. So could be interesting, but I would not prioritize it very high.
Yeah, let's try to understand. I think he's willing to do the work, which is good. So let's just make sure it's something that we agree adds value, right? So I think that's the only thing on this issue.
this is a data, by the way.
No, he's an external
right.
contributor.
no,
External.
Which is good to have. I mean, we want to welcome those, right? So this might be a good opportunity to welcome external.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take an action item to follow up with him. I think.
Right. Yeah. This one that needs the review for that, right? Yeah, the 1122.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This is this MongoDB distribution Baju. Okay, from the same person, right? No. Okay, it seems that's a long time ago, 25th January. Anyone aware of that?
Bindings with we have support for MongoDB and Percona.
Yeah,
right?
we need to have for the Percona MySQL.
Okay, this is an issue, I guess, right?
Right. Yes. That was a long time ago, and he just see the file. So, is it about using the right
I
set of?
tried using.
I think I understand the problem. The problem is that the MongoDB operator exposed the username, password, or the credentials for the database admin user, but the database admin user doesn't have a role to actually
Yeah.
be an application, I would say. the
Yeah, yeah,
idea
that's
of
it.
right.
Okay.
I think that's the problem, right? So it's not the problem of SBO itself, like missing some information. The
Right.
problem is that the operator does not provide out of the box the application user. So the admin user needs to use those credentials to actually create one for the application. That's something that you have to solve for the MongoDB block with Odo.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I came across this issue. So, ideally, this could be handled by that same operator itself, or it could be handled by yet another operator, but not by the SPO. I don't think
It
we
looks
can
like
do.
then something with respect to the application getting modified, right? I mean,
Yeah,
creating, right?
yeah, it
Not
can.
not getting modified, but yeah, getting like, yeah.
No, it is not modifying or anything. It gives credential, but that credential is not meant for doing normal transactions. It's only meant for creating
Okay.
users to
The
make.
admin needs to create a new user, and that user needs to
Yeah.
get consumed for interacting with the cluster,
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
database. Okay.
Now the question is, who need to do that job? I mean, is it should be by the same operator or another operator, or even by the application bootstrapping time? Do they need to do something? That's a.
I would say that it should be responsibility of the operator or the application, right? So either the operator would create that user and then expose the data to be consumed, or the application takes the admin user and then creates a user for itself.
Right. Yeah, since this is a MongoDB behavior, I think we should consider what is the recommendation of MongoDB itself. If they designed it purposefully like this, maybe for security reasons or whatever. So we can recommend follow their practices, best practice, whatever it is. So we don't have much to do in this case, right? So probably we should comment. And is there any comment already from Predrag? I can see it down.
He was seeking for suggestions, but there weren't any. So
Okay.
I think we can just Pavel, you have any link that we can refer him to, so that he gets an idea about creating a user for MongoDB admin and then can interact with the cluster.
Shruti has these changes incorporated in her demo application, right, Shruti? So you can share. Can you share just your application?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can update this, and then I think we can close this one, right? This
Yeah.
can be closed. I mean,
Oh,
it
okay. I
doesn't-
think her thing is going to become a blog post, right? And probably we could link to that one, and then maybe we can close.
yeah, that is also a good idea, believe. Right. Yeah.
okay.
Please
Yeah.
make a comment in the ticket so that they know where we are and what we're working on. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just have a question here. We have some documentation regarding this MongoDB operator, I think in RBAC requirement. I hope that's okay, right? I mean, there is no connection with this and that, right? Just cross-checking.
There is no direct connection, but practically to be usable, they need to follow that whatever Sukhi's way of approach, similar approach.
Okay. I think we also have some RN kind of an update in known issue or fixed issue.
Yeah, I don't know whether we can comment about this kind of individual operators issues. Document everything in our documentation. That's going to be.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should have something. We discussed sometimes back something like a frequently asked questions. So that we could be a bit broader. If people coming up for this kind of practical issues. I think. What do you think, Sri? Is that a good idea?
Yeah,
Something
FAQ is
like
a great
FAQ?
idea, yes. So these kind of things which you are not able to put in a proper documentation, but on case by case or demand basis, FAQ is a great option to document under them.
Okay, then we could link to this kind of blog or whatever
Yes,
available.
yes, exactly. You can have all such related items there, and users can refer there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could consider that then.
Okay, I've pasted the link. I mean, we can update it when we have the blog ready.
Okay, I think we have gone through too many. It's okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's
So,
fine with everyone.
I have a quick question. I reached out to Bjorn. He actually reached out to me a few weeks back, and he has a link. I'm asking him to send a PR because the link is to his private repo. Is it appropriate to post that link in the issue, or should we wait for him to respond? I think he sent it to me as a private message, right? So I don't want to.
Maybe ask him to post it if he's willing.
Yeah, I sent
Yeah.
them exactly. Yeah, I sent them a response just right now saying, "Hey, it looks like you're working on this. Let's send a PR." You know. But I posted a link here for us to know. So I posted in the meeting, not the PR,
Understood. Okay.
the link to his personal repo, right? So
Okay. Yeah, this we can update, right? Yeah. Okay, this refers to the same one. Okay, the key
yeah,
closing.
but
right?
he posted it to me in a private message, so I just don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean,
put it
if
in the
he
issue
wants,
yet.
then he
Yeah.
can write. He can put it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then it should be good, I guess, right? We'll just take actions on the. I'll just close this one with the release notes for it, and Shruti can take
Not
an action.
close, right?
Uh,
We're still talking about updating that with documentation.
No, I mean the
thought-
other one, which we recognize as a known issue. In a single namespace, this one, and that one we'll close once we have the documentation ready
Okay.
for
yeah,
Odoo.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think then we are fine.
And then I write a story for that other one. The
Yeah,
one.
1088 Obstry Solutions Redis instance, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I write a story for that one. I mean, it's not gonna solve that issue like you said. Well, it
Yeah.
will, but it's a more
Eventually.
generic support that
Good
we need
feature
to add.
have,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then we're good to go then, right? Yeah. Right.
Quick question
Okay.
on process as well. So let's say we do open a story. Do we want to keep the discussions in this issue, even though we open a story, or do we want to keep the discussion in this case? Because this is a generic feature that's gonna help the issue, but not necessarily we're not fixing the issue itself, right? I don't know.
If it's visible to the community, then we should make the updates in the issues itself. Right? If it's something that's applicable to the open source community, then we should definitely keep that issue updated. Is that what you mean, David?
Yeah, but to me, this is not an bug. Well, the issues could lead to us. I'll talk
Even
to the team offline and see
Sure,
if
yeah.
we can figure it out. Yeah, but
even if it's like reasoning through and kind of figuring something out, that's still beneficial as an issue, right?
yeah, but the details of the story, right? So I don't know.
Okay, we can
So
take it
don't know.
offline.
This
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
This one is interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then we are good to go then, right?
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.